Hello. Hi, hello everyone. Are you seeing me? Are you hearing me? Um, Hello, beautiful people. Just trying to um sort some things out here. I need to be sure that you guys are here. Um, okay, I can see. I think the internet is good, and I'm very happy to be here with you. If you can hear me, if you can listen to me, just drop a comment down there below in the question section so I can confidently start this webinar. All right. So that is what I would like you all to do for me. If everything is going fine. Okay, so I think everyone is seeing me, right? Okay. So if you are seeing this, just drop a question for me. You get, so I can confidently go live. Thank you. It's so beautiful, to have technology that is actually working. The last time we tried to do this in Nigeria, it was a disaster, and I had to upload my backup version. All right, so I'm so happy that this is, we are having a nice time. And the just let me put it, let me just put this down, and we can go into this proper. Okay, so this is the array of books I have in the house, or some of them, and I just want to be fine. I'll be waiting for your comments. I just realized that I have not. Okay, let me turn this the other way. All right. Hello, beautiful people. We are getting the hang of this. Okay, so it's good to be here once again. We are going live now, and yeah. Ouch. I'm trying to get your questions out, for people that have signified that they are here. We are going live. Oh, it's almost 10 minutes past the time already. So yes, my name is Atilola Moronfolu. I am very happy to be here once again this beautiful Saturday evening. I really don't know why okay, hold on please. So you see this webinar thing? One day I will be so good at it that huh, I'm trying to listen to myself. I hope I'm not listening to myself. I'll be so good at it that yeah, I'll be so good at it that you guys will not even believe it. But now we just, we keep going on and on day by day, just trying to make sure we are okay. Just trying to make sure that we get better day by day. All right, so straight into this thing. My name is Atilola Moronfolu. Um, oh, I'm the founder of African Naturalistas, the leading natural hair care brand in Nigeria. And we hope to be the leading natural hair care brand in Africa and eventually all over the world. So yeah, pray for us while we while we achieve this goal. I don't think it's impossible. I think with God, all things are possible. Okay, so I am here once again this evening. I am a certified holistic practitioner of trichology. I help people manage and treat over 50 hair and scalp disorders at our hair clinic in Lagos, Nigeria. I am also an advanced cosmetic scientist. We manufacture natural hair care products. I'm sure that is not it's not a surprise to anybody here. We manufacture natural hair products called African Naturalistas, and right now we are in many retail places in Nigeria and in Nigeria, and we hope to spread our wings all over Africa. Please pray for us. We recently got our NAFDAC number. I think I mentioned that in the last webinar. We recently got our NAFDAC number, so we are trying to, expand, do some product development, and, basically get better. To be honest, running business in Nigeria is sweet. It can be quite challenging, but there are two things, there are two options you have. You can either give up and go and do something else, or you stick at it, because failure is not an option, and we have chosen to stick at it no matter what the times offer or pose. And I think that I hope that at the end of the day we come out on top, we come out successful, because if you think about all the challenges, you can decide to give up, but we will not give up. We'll keep pushing, we'll keep moving on, we'll keep going on, because we have no choice. Yes, I'm very excited. And one reason why I'm very excited, because I'm running this webinar live for the first time in Nigeria. I mean, yesterday I had to stay all night recording a pre-recorded version in case the live version does not work, maybe in case the internet does not cooperate. So I stayed all night recording, making sure I look good, recording the pre-recorded version. I was like, you know what, if this thing don't work, I'm just gonna upload this thing and everybody will be fine. But I'm very happy that this is working, and I'm so excited. You don't even know how excited I am that I'm going to be able to take your questions live. I'm just so excited that I can take everybody's questions live, so I will not have to be answering your questions via email. Oh, it's so exciting, and I'm so thankful. I can see people here. If you are here, just just say, hi, my name is Titi, for example, so I can say hello to everybody. Just let me know if you are here, please, so I can say hello to you. I'll be greeting everybody by name as the webinar goes on. So feel free. We are all, it's supposed to be an interactive webinar. Feel free to say hi, so I can say hi to you. I'm really, really happy. So yes, My vision, as I always say in every webinar, and I will not keep saying, my what gives me joy is to help you out there watching, achieve your goal of healthy hair naturally. Whenever I hear that it is because of African naturalistas that one more person has the opportunity to have healthy hair, I'm always, 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 always happy. Whenever I hear, oh, African natural, whether it's because of our hair regimen, or it's because of our product, or it's because of the clinic, or it's because of the blog, whenever I hear that somebody out there has great hair because of African naturalistas, my day has been made. I am always very happy. I am always saying, thank God, my vision is fulfilled. You get, thank God, I've been able to help one person out there, because that's what gives me joy. I don't mind if I do it for free, and if I have to talk about hair from morning till morning, you get, it is my vision to help you. Of course, I know that at the end of the day, when you're fulfilling your purpose, when you're, meeting your goals, money is always a byproduct. But the main thing for me, of the first thing that, my main priority is seeing you have healthy hair. And I'm very happy when that happens. People call me a hair care expert. We did not get there we did not get there overnight. I've started this thing even before the old natural hair thing became a rave, from the year 2010. Is it 2010? 2011, we started the blog. You get, so, okay, I cut off my dreads in 2010. So I started wearing my natural hair in 2010. But me as a hair care expert, we started the journey in 2011, getting my certifications, going back to school, being a hair care expert, manufacturing products. It's been a great journey, and I know that we'll keep getting better by the day. If you have, at the end of this webinar, if you have any feedback for us, apart from the question and answers, if you have any feedback for us, please let us know. Let us know if there's anything you want us to improve. Please let us know. If there's any way you want us to, get better, please let us know. And we will, I hope people are seeing me here. Please, if you are seeing me, I just want to know if you think I'm offline. I don't want to be offline at any point in time. You get, so please let us know, because I cannot afford to be talking. And I find out that at the end of the day, we find out that I've been talking to nobody in particular, even though I can see that people are watching, but I just want to make sure that I'm talking to people. I can't seem to access your questions, your comments, but please let us know. It's telling me website is temporarily unable to service your request as it has exceeded the resource limit. So I don't know whether it's the other internet on my that my laptop is using, because I'm using one for the webinar and one strictly for the webinar and one to access the laptop. So all right, so yeah, without talking too much, without wasting your time, I'm going to tell you that I have a free gift for everybody watching this webinar. I have a free gift for everyone at the end of the day. If you stay till the end of the webinar, you will get my free gift. You will listen to, you will see. I just hope people are able to access this thing. All right, you will see the gifts I want to give you guys for free. Just make sure you stay till the end. Just make sure you stay till the end. All right, so a new gist. I'm supposed to give you a gist about myself, a fun gist about myself before I go into the topic of the day. Okay, so the fun gist about myself, what? Okay, I already told you guys I did a pre-recorded version. Okay, so okay, should I give you this one? Is it fun? Well, tell me at the end of the day if that gist was fun. But my my husband is not around. He traveled for a wedding, and yesterday, after I have a live out nanny that is with my son right now, she doesn't stay here. She goes home, at night. So when she left, it was kind of strange, having nobody to come back home to. So oh, sorry, it was kind of strange, nobody coming back home to you. So I locked the door. It was quite a lonely time at the end of the day. It was a lonely time, and I was doing my pre-recorded version of the webinar, and he even came in. I mean, I said he called in, interrupting, but it was a mixed match, because those kind of people who, those kind of, when you have a friend that you're having a lecture, you're supposed to be in school, and you have a friend that, during this lecture, she always comes to the class to gist you about her, she comes to gist you about her boyfriend, and you are not listening to your lecturer. And at the end of the day, you come out with a C or a D, when you know that you could have come out with an A, and you know that your friend was the main reason why you failed that course, or why you did averagely well in that course. Yes, that is my husband. You know that you should not be eating these fruits, but you are eating it. So he comes home at night, and you're just gisting, instead of you to face your work, or you send that email and you're just gisting. So yeah, even though you know that, yes, it's a nice thing to have somebody to come home to talk to you, to gist with and everything, that person is always, distracting you from some other things. That exactly is what my husband is. And I'm very happy that, yes, he's not around now, so I can concentrate. Don't tell him. So I can concentrate on other things. I can do a lot before he comes on Monday. But at the same time, the house is lonely. You're not doing, you're just going, at the end of the day, by the time you put the baby to bed, it's just you and you only sleeping and doing nothing. So yeah, it's a bittersweet experience. All right. So yeah, that's the gist. Let's move into the topic of the day. Let's move into the topic of the day. Okay, so I'm trying to access your questions, but the internet on the laptop is messing up. But once I get your comments, I'll start answering. So yeah, playtime is over. It's 6:22. Let's move on. We need to wrap this thing up in the next 25 minutes. All right. So you already know why you came here today. You are here to listen to the webinar, and the title of today's webinar is How Crochet Hairstyles Are Slowly Killing Your Hair. If you are on this table, we are going to be shaking it, and you better confess right now. Confess via the comment section, so that I can call you out and say, TT, why am I just, is there any TT here? I don't know why I'm entering TT. Why are you always damaging your hair? All right. Many of us are familiar with, we are familiar with scalp disorders. When people come to the clinic, they say, oh, my hair is breaking, my hair is this, my scalp is falling. Many people are familiar with all forms of hair loss, such as itchy scalp, scaly scalp, many more. But when it comes to hair shaft disorder, our knowledge is almost zilch. Many times, it's the lack of this knowledge that makes us carry out some harmful practices on our hair strands. So what I'm trying to say is that what we can see most times, the disorders we can see most times are the scalp disorders. But people don't really see the hair shaft disorders. And because of this, people get away with a lot of dangerous practices they carry out on their hair shaft. The hair shaft is just another name, is the more appropriate name for the hair strands you get. So, pardon me. So, crochet hairstyles have been the rave of the moment for about 4 years now. and right now is no more a moment, it's more like a season. And it's been largely accepted because it's a convenient alternative to other hairstyles like, braids, weaves, wigs. And, rather than sit down and do a million braids for 12 hours, or do regular box braids for like 8 hours, you can just sit down and sew in your crochet braids for 30 minutes. Sometimes you can sew in your crochet natural looking hair. It's just a convenient way to just sit down and quickly do something fast. And it seems like you went to get a weave, you went to get a braid, you went to get a wig, you get. So crochet styles are very convenient, and that's why its popularity has risen over the years. And according to me, in my own opinion, I don't think crochet hairstyles are going anywhere. So because it's so convenient, it's so easy to put on, it's so easy to take down, that it has a lot of selling points. And I don't think I think because of this, I don't think that crochet hairstyles are going anywhere anytime soon. All right, so this is the reason why we need to be careful, because it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So we need to be careful, because people go in, take this hairstyle, they do it all the time, blah blah blah, they just do it, and at the end of the day, it's crochet in, crochet out, crochet in, crochet out. So crochet hairstyles, they require us to pass crochet needles through our hair strands over and over again. And many times these crochet needles pierce our hair shaft. If you don't know what a crochet needle looks like, I think you can go. I know for you that are watching this webinar, I have a strong feeling that you know what crochet needles look like. But if you don't know what it looks like, the fact that you are watching this webinar means you have access to the internet. So just Google crochet needles, you will see it. It is basically those pins, those crochet latch hooks that they use to do crochet knitting, not those two sticks that when we're young they used to use, but for crochet knitting. So you Google it and you will see it, crochet latch hook. So it has a hook, you get. So that is what they use for crochet hairstyles. Google it and see what it looks like if you have never done the hairstyle. So that this crochet hairstyles, they require that we pass these needles over through our hair strands over and over again. And many times these needles, they pierce our hair shafts. So the analysis is very straightforward. I'm already getting into the damage area. If you take in July, I talked about the chemical composition of the hair, when I basically talked about the structure of the hair, having the cuticles on the outer parts, the inner parts having the cortex, and the medulla. I can't go through that again. That's why you should not miss any webinar, because everything I say in every webinar always has a reason, always has knowledge that you will use in the next webinar. You get. So if you miss one webinar, it might affect you in the next webinar. So, and I talked about the structure of the hair, and I said that last webinar when I talked about the principle of damage, I also talked about a braided cuticle, where when your cuticles have been worn out, they have been damaged, you can end up having damaged hair, because once the cuticle goes out, your cortex is exposed, and once the cortex is exposed, it's only a matter of time before that hair falls off, because the hair is no more protected by the cuticle. So when you keep piercing, taking the crochet needles and piercing your hair, at the end of the day, you will end up having braided cuticles. But it's not only braided cuticles, because braided cuticles means the cuticle outside is damaged, but even the hair shaft itself will be damaged, because you're piercing in, you're piercing, your hair shaft is in a cylindrical way. So if you pierce in all the way, so you are creating holes in the hair shaft. So I'm going to do a very, maybe I should get a paper, but a paper is very easy to is very easy to pierce. So I'm not going to use a paper, but I would like you to take a handkerchief. If you have one right now, just take a handkerchief. Take a handkerchief and take it right now and get a piece of a nail. Take a handkerchief, get a piece of nail, and take that handkerchief first and try to rip that handkerchief apart. Just try to rip the handkerchief apart. I'm giving you like 30 seconds to rip the handkerchief apart now. 30 seconds. Have you tried it? Can you see how difficult and almost impossible it is to rip that handkerchief apart? Now take that handkerchief and put a nail in it. Put one nail in it. Put a nail in it. Create a hole. Pierce the handkerchief. Have you done that? You can see the damage that nail has done on the handkerchief. That's what crochet does to your hair strands. Now, that's not even... Okay, take that nail and pierce the handkerchief in different sections. Pierce it. Pierce it. If you have done that, you can take a picture and snap it. Snap it and send to me. Snap it and send to info@africannaturalistas.com. Take the handkerchief. Take the nail. Pierce, pierce. Pierce in different sections. Pierce. Pierce it so the handkerchief has the holes all over. Now, have you done that? You can see how weak the handkerchief is right now because the internal structure has been damaged, has been compromised. Now, rip the handkerchief. You can see how easy. You can see how easy that handkerchief ripped apart. That is exactly how you are killing your hair with crochet hairstyles. I hope I have been able to, in fact, I feel like doing a drop mic signal. Now, there's no drops mic emoji yet. I pray there's a drops mic emoji. Just drop the mic. That's exactly how crochet hairstyles are killing your hair. When you pierce, and you create holes, that is exactly how crochet hairstyles are killing your hair. Because it weakens it. Once there's anything, it just tears off, it just breaks off. The internal structure of your hair becomes weak, and it is not difficult. Any small thing, your hair cannot withstand any damage. The crochet hairstyle, it will weaken the structure of your hair. It will damage your hair shaft. It will make it more prone to split ends. It will weaken the shaft, cause breakage, and eventually your hair is just all over, your hair is just limp, just falling off, just breaking. In fact, the hair shaft scenario is much more serious than the case of the handkerchief, because the handkerchief is just a flat piece that I told you to take and demonstrate, while your hair shaft is a cylindrical piece. So while it is coming out, while the crochet is, if it doesn't abrade the cuticle, if it doesn't damage the cuticle, if it pierces it in and pierces and comes out, just picture nailing Jesus to the cross. When you nail it, it's not just nailing and tearing the flesh, it's actually coming out of the other side. The damage is to the muscles, to the veins, to the blood vessels, to everything coming out. That's exactly what crochet does to your hair when it hooks your hair strands. And the funniest thing, so it goes through the medulla, the cortex, the cuticle, the cortex, and the medulla, and it pierces the 3 layers of the hair. And the bad part is that you cannot see it with your physical eyes. You cannot see it with your physical eyes because your eyes are too small to see the damages crochet needles do to your hair. You will require the aid of a trichoscope to see this damage, and that is exactly where trichologists like us come in, where we can help you examine even. And sometimes those trichoscopes, to be honest, sometimes they cannot, if they are not all over, they cannot even see it totally. You get, if you don't even tell your trichologists that you have been doing this kind of things to your hair, they might not even be able to pick it up. But at the end of the day, it is left for you to use this knowledge to make, to have healthy hair care practices. So what can you do from to prevent, damage caused by crochet hairstyles? Because I'm not going to tell you that don't do crochet hairstyles. It's not in my place. I don't do it. I know many people that care about their hair don't do it, but I wouldn't tell you not to do it. I wouldn't tell you not to do it, because at the end of the day, it is your own decision whether you want to do crochet hairstyles or not. But what if you want to do it? How do you prevent this damage? Well, as you already know, they say too much of anything is bad. Too much of anything is bad. So right now you see ladies who, even when they have natural hair, they feel that crochet hairstyles are a lesser evil. So they go into the salon, they take down their crochet braid, and immediately they wash, they deep condition, they do every other thing, and they wear another crochet style. They don't want anybody to see their hair. They don't want breeze to even blow on their hair. They don't want to give their hair a break. And this is an evil thing that you are doing to your hair, and you will, at the end of the day, have to pay for it. It is not only wigs that are killing hair right now. It is not only tight braids that are killing hair right now. Too much of crochet hairstyles will kill your hair. When you want to do your crochet hairstyle, do it, take it down, give your hair a break, like 3 months, like 4 months, then you do another one. This way, the damage is less. Yes, the damage will be there, but it is minimal, because we know that, yes, it's not every needle sewing that pierces. But the more the piercing, the more the passing in and out, the more the opportunity for your hair to be damaged. So imagine if you do crochet hairstyles like only twice a year, or at most thrice a year. Do not let it exceed thrice a year, even if that's already a lot you get. But do not let it exceed thrice a year. And when you do it, let it stay in for longer, so that the time when, for people that don't like exposing their own God-given hair, I don't know why, but they don't like exposing their God-given hair, when you wear those styles, wear it for longer, so that when you take down the style, you can give your hair a break. And before you know, the time interval between one crochet style and another crochet style is going to be like 6 months. And at the end of the day, the lesser frequency with which you do this style, the lesser the risk of your hair getting killed by it. So give poking your hair shafts a break. Please give it a break. Another way to prevent crochet hairstyles is to do something. Can you guess what that is? Guess. Who can guess? Can you guess? Guess in the comment section so I can read it. I am guess. Can you guess? Can you guess? Another way is to do the protein treatments. Yes, the protein. I'm going to try to log into the webinar on my iPad. That's the webinar. Please, I can access your questions. My system has refused to get the Q&A because it's telling me that the bandwidth. So if I can't access it here, then I know that there is fire on the mountain. I will need to find another way to get your questions. You see what I was talking about when I talk about the internet? But at least thank God that I'm able to stream live. All right, so protein treatment is another way that you can. Protein treatment is another way you can reduce the damage crochet hairstyles do to your hair. And what protein treatments do? Oh, okay. Maybe it's because I was streaming something. Okay. Lele from, I'm able to access your questions now. Lele from South Africa. She said Lele, thank you. You're tuning in for the first time. Thank you for joining. And I'm so happy to have you. Send your comments, send everything. Yeah, I'm able to access your questions now. If you have questions, please let us know. Oh, this is so terrible. Bad net, bad internet. Oh, not my live stream internet. I made sure I took care of that one very well. Okay, so now the protein treatments, what they basically do is they repair your hair. You get they give your hair strands strength. They give your hair strands strength. They're able to help you, and they plug the holes temporarily in your hair. So, but you can do it when you take down your crochet hairstyles. Make sure you do a protein treatment. But make sure you don't do your protein treatment all the time. Don't do it all the time. Say, okay, because I want to be doing crochet hairstyles all the time, I'm gonna be doing protein treatment. You're just gonna ask for trouble. Your protein treatment should be done like once in 3 to 6 months. Because it makes your hair strong, and at the end of the day, you won't want your hair to get too strong to the point where it is breaking like broomstick. You don't want that. It's too much protein treatment is bad for your hair. So, but that's another way with which you can mitigate your hair from being damaged by crochet hairstyles. I don't know why I like bending my hair. Don't mind me, I'm already used to it. So, but if you have the questions about protein treatment or how you should get the protein do your protein treatment, you can get it on our hair regimen page. That's the AN 365 day hair care regimen. You can get it there on hairregimen.africanaturalistas.com. You see a lot of depending on the one you choose, you see protein treatment there. So so that is it. Then you can get it there. So I say any then if you know that you have been doing if you do a lot of crochet hairstyles, you need to get, that's the third way to go against this, even though it is not as effective as the first two, and I'm going to tell you why. The third way is by having regular trims. The third way is by having regular trims, because your hair, the tips of your hair are already weak, so they are the one most prone to damage. So if they're already damaged and you trim it, it prevents the damage from traveling, down to other parts of the hair, because you have taken that off. You get, and your hair looks healthier. But the reason why you cannot depend on this is because the damage crochet needles do to your hair, it's all over the hair, because the needles are passing all over the hair. So it's not just the tips at the end, even though the tips are the most prone to damage because they are the weakest parts of the hair, they are the oldest parts of the hair. But that's why this is not a fail-safe way to prevent your hair from crochet, from the damage crochet hairstyles caused to your hair. So yes, I am if you are the kind of person who likes crocheting your hair, you need to go and check your hair out for damages. Check out the damages that crochet hairstyles have done. Get your hair to a trichologist. Tell them, or you come to our hair clinic if you're in Lagos, Nigeria. Tell them that you have been doing crochet hairstyles on your hair, and you want to be sure that you don't have abraded cuticles, and you want to be sure that your hair shafts are still intact. But do not neglect the protein treatment once in 3 months or once in 3 to 6 months, and also do not neglect you have to reduce the frequency at which you do or with which you do these hairstyles. Okay, so I think that I'm going to stop there for now and just go to the free gifts I have for you guys before we take the Q&A. I'm still having issues with this Q&A. So maybe for the next, I don't know what, I can't even tell whether it's the poor network for this one or is the fact that the bandwidth is different. But let me just try something. If it's the poor network, I will know. I want to switch to a better network. That's for the laptop. I'm using two internet connections. All right, so now as you guys know, at African Naturalistas we have AN 365-day natural hair care regimen, which we sell. You get, we have the one for the damaged hair, for the busy bee, for the damaged hair, the busy bee, the normal hair, the children's hair, the dry and itchy scalp, the one for seborrheic dermatitis. We have all those, but we have something we are giving out for free for the next for the month of September. I've not determined whether just 1 week or for the whole month. But we have this trial pack that we are giving out to you at no cost at all, at $0, at €0. It's going to be given out to everybody for free. It's cost you nothing. Just go to Hair Regimen, hairregimen.africannaturalistas.com. Go to hairregimen.africannaturalistas.com. You will get it at no cost to you at all. At no cost to you at all. Just pick it up. You will see the one at €0. If you are outside Nigeria, at $0, just pick it up. You will not, it's not going to ask you for any credit card details or payment details or debit card details. It is going to just tell you to, okay, is going to tell you to basically it's going to give you a download link. Sorry, I'm distracted because of these questions I'm about to take. So I think, yeah, it's a bandwidth problem. It's not an internet connection problem. So that means for the next webinar, we are going to increase the bandwidth so that more people can watch and it won't lock anybody out, because from what I can see, it's locking people out. The bandwidth is, the people in are already locked in, and it's harder for more people to get into the webinar. All right, so yeah, we learn every day. We increase the bandwidth. It's not an issue for us. Okay, so is it that a lot of people are trying to watch at the same time? Well, that's a good problem, or what do you think? Okay, so you go to hairregimen.africannaturalistas.com, get your free gift, get the trial pack. Now, the thing that is that the regimen, the full pack is for 365 days, but this trial pack is just for 7 days. It's just for 7 days, and it's going to be free. It's free for you. Just get it. It's free for everyone. Get it. Use it and give us a feedback on how you found it. Just let us know, okay, this is what you did, and we are going to be using whatever you tell us. We are going to be using it as testimonials. We are going to be telling people about it. We are going to be telling people about it and telling them anonymously. Okay, for example, if Titi got the webinar today, the regimen today, and uses it, Titi will let us know, okay, this is what I like about the regimen, and this, that, and we are going to be telling people that, oh, this is what the regimen did for Titi. You get, so that's our free gift for you. It's so yeah, that is it. The hair regimen dot africannaturalistas.com. Hair regimen dot africannaturalistas.com. HAIRREGIMEN dot Africa naturalistas.com. Just go to the shop, then you see the one that you can get at absolutely no cost. Buy it and let us know what you think about it, how it worked for you. It's my free gift to you at absolutely no cost. All right, so I'm supposed to be taking Q&A right now, and I can only see comment from one person. I don't know whether it's because the okay, somebody just sent. I don't know whether it's because it was locking people out. I don't know if this webinar, if you try to log on to this webinar and you add a bandwidth issue, because I can see some people are live right now, and I don't know if the bandwidth issue was affecting only me because of my own internet, or it was affecting some other people that tried to join in later. But I really need this feedback, because if it was affecting some other people that were trying to join in later, it means that we will increase our bandwidth for next month, so that because this webinar is supposed to take as much as 2,000 people. So it means that we are going to, so that more people can join. But if it's just me, I will know that it's just my internet connection. So let me know what the whatever is, but I know that nobody had an issue with this. So because of this, I'm not going to be able to take Q&A, because I've not been able to get Q&A from people. But if you have a Q&A, just if you have a question, just send it. Because of what happened now, and I didn't get any Q&A because of this bandwidth issue, just send your questions to info at africannaturalistas.com. info at africannaturalistas.com. I will try to go to the Crochet version of this webinar for people who are watching the replay version, and I will implore you to just click on your CC button. Click on your CC button. You should be able to see a CC button on this webinar. You click on it and enable your subtitles so you can see everything. I'll put the subtitle of where you can get the hair regimen africannaturalistas.com, and I'll put the subtitles where you can send your questions and I will answer your questions. Or maybe you don't even need to do that. Just ask your questions for anybody watching the replay version.